Hello, 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 everybody, somebody, nobody, whoever may never see this. This is Siegfried Alexander Faust coming back at you with some more Warhammer 40k. I thought I'd do a quick short because I play only on TTS because money and time. This is a big time sink as I'm a mad lad who has done every faction, but I still think that I wouldn't have as much fun IRL. It's because I can constantly try everything and find out what meshes well with me. And with the evolving metas, like, I like a faction because of bonuses and stuff, but then they could just straight up ban it or change it, etc. So I'm just going to go through, if I was to collect IRL, my top 3 armies to collect, because I like them for one reason or another, and I thought I'd talk about them. And again, there's oodles and oodles of armies. There's so many. Like, let me talk about all of these as honorable mentions real quick. Craft World. You know, I like the white aesthetic. I don't like the other color schemes. And I like how they're, typical elves, all like high and mighty. And they're more psychic based. Drukari, need I say more? The torture, the BDSM, the black leather. Oh, mama. And harder mommy. And so, and their bombers are just so good. Gene Stealer Cult, I kind of wish I could do more pure strain Gene Stealers because I wish I could focus more on the actual cult. Right now, I just love that it's AOC with guard. Harlequins, I loved them at their strongest because they were ridiculous. I actually don't mind the nerfs, but I just wish I had old Skyweavers back. I wish they didn't like cut the Skyweavers by 40% or something in effectiveness. Necrons, I will get to later. Orcs, I mean, the Green Tide is so hilarious, and the battle wagons just hurt. I guess I could change the list a bit, but it's one of the few horde factions that really does feel like a horde. Tau, I can never get into it. I love the cool Gundam aesthetic, and this is gonna sound cringe, but I wish they made more alternate storm surges. Really, just make it a Lord of War faction. I think that'd be so cool. Or yeah, I don't know, maybe more things with drones, or more like the Covenant. And then Tyranids I will be getting to in a bit as well. Chaos, Alpha Legion, if they could actually have more trickery shit with their infantry, make it more infantry based instead of just a few random stratagems. Right now it just feels like it's the no you, where if you lose an HQ, another one just becomes your HQ. Which that okay, Laurel, I'm all furious. It doesn't have any tabletop interaction that actually matters. Bellacore, I think the demons are almost cooler when they're undivided, and it's just more threatening knowing all of chaos is coming at you in a way. And I think he's got one of the coolest models in the game. Here, let me just spawn him in. Like, how cool is this guy? This army, I love how it looks. So it wouldn't win, and that's what would depress me. But like the contorted epitomes, they just wreck face with their mouth attacks they do. Skull cannons, garbage, but damn it, man, they look cool. And it actually has melee as a melee attack because it's corn. The exalted flamers are not bad for what they can do. You got a ton of nurglings and plague bearers just to soak and be silly. You got a psychic whip tentacle crow bearing evil Chaos Knight, and then the big man, the Shadow Master, the Shadow Lord himself. Like, this is such a cool looking army. It just sucks you would lose against more meta armies and more efficient stuff. Chaos Knights, that was one of the first armies I played because I thought they looked so cool, and then I got dumpstered, and then I haven't really gone into them. I just felt like Imperial Knights in general were better, and then when the update came out for the codex for both factions, I kind of came to the conclusion that Imperial Knights were still better, and I thought all that with the leaks, with the saving characteristics of 2-up and weapon skill and ballistic skill were going to be 2-up for most of the models, or T9, and that didn't happen. It's only for 2, about 2 models. And I know they made some changes, but I'm just not into it. Uh, I think if they made the auras way bigger for the Knights or something, it's just they've got, not even that, just a +1 toughness on both of the Knights. Small Knights T8, big Knights T9. That'd make it more interesting. Right now, and then maybe more, but right now, eh. Death Guard, got a buddy who plays it. I haven't talked to him much, and I couldn't get into the infantry. Infantry feels like the way to go, but I just love how tanky their vehicles are. It's so nasty. And the fact that you get -1 to hit on the blight haulers, oh, for melee, that is. But it's so fun. They're just this tanky, drungy vehicle spam list is coming at you, and it's oddly tankier than some other lists. Emperor's Children, I kind of like their lore. I like dark stuff, but couldn't really get into it. Iron Warriors, I thought their omnibus was kind of cool with that one guy that came up in Uriel Ventris' story, but and their labyrinth is cool. Perturabo is neat, but they're like Imperial Fist. They don't really wow me. Khorne Demons. Now I'm gonna lump them in together. Khorne, Nurgle, Slaanesh, and Tzeentch. I mean, Nurgle's a bit tankier. Slaanesh goes faster with a lot more attacks. Khorne hits a bit harder, and Tzeentch has smite spam along with some other stuff. And they're cool looking. I think it'd be amazing if I could somehow well, not somehow, but you just play undivided, just Be'lakor. And it's like, oh, hold up while I just bring, like, greater demons from every faction. And they're all exalted. You just have the monster mash coming at you. Oh my god, that'd be so fun. And like an apocalypse game. Just like 10,000 Necrons or some shit versus, like, the monster mash. Night Lords. The streamer Bricky has a Night Lord army. And there's one combo you can do, which is cool, but I don't really get into them myself for, like, playing. Thousand Suns. Scarab Occult Terminators are so freaking strong right now. And I took out the Mutalith Vortex Beast, but I thought it's a cool model. I'd like to run one, but it's not that great. AOC, really strong. And Word Bearers, lame. World Eaters, super cool, but I actually don't like the changes. The changes are to make them better, but they're not as fun, in my opinion. Like 10-man squad, roll 100 dice for attack. Like, what is that? On my turn, I will roll with between range and close quarters combat combined about 500 attacks, 500 dice rolls. Oh my god, it's so fun, and they're cutting that in like half or something. Imperium, Admech is interesting. I like either the army I built or the Army of Renown. Skitarii spam. Blood Angels looks so cool. The Sanguinary Guard, so awesome. Custodes, I liked them before they did their Custode Kung Fu, as I call it, yellow mustard Kung Fu. Yeah, I don't like the martial katas. I get it and everything, but yeah, I don't know. I just like them just being expensive and strong. I don't think they needed that stuff as well. And more so, it's also limited in some ways. Like a lot of the cooler combinations I like just don't work anymore. Dark Angels, super cool, but cringe with the whole Fallen stuff. Like, who cares? I don't know. It just reminds me of, like, anime when everyone overreacts over everything and everyone's fanatical. I just watched an episode of Overlord, and it's like Dark Angels, that Heretic, they're just, it feels like they almost, like, fight with Black Templars to who overreacts more. Death Watch. I think Death Watch is super interesting, but the army is confusing. I don't like it. And I don't know. I think it doesn't vibe well on the tabletop. Like, they shouldn't be involved fighting anybody else. That's weird. Grey Knights, the baby carriers are super fun to use, super strong and cheap and efficient. And they're loving all the AOC changes right now. Imperial Fist Bolters go brrr. Boy, I couldn't get into them. Imperial Guard, I love my tank spam right now. Boy, it gets annoying when you roll a shit ton of 2s and 3s with the regular Leman Russes, the Demolishers, and then more so your opponent has like a 4-up invul with things. Depending on the faction, you will trade off well. And to be fair, this is a very simple list because it's just got, 8 tanks and then like 3 other things. It's very quick and easy to play, which is cool. I thought making it, they were on my top 5, but I made this a top 3, so they make the cut. Imperial Knights, I don't like where they are right now with my list of how efficient it is. I like the one I built before, which I didn't record because that one is not as good, I think, now, but it has more shooting based. There's something to be said about the melee, but you know, it just doesn't interest me. I think big robots shouldn't. You could have like one cool like knight robot who's like really tough and all about melee, but I think they should be shooty based for most big things, just like the Tau. Iron Hands, it goes hard, hits hard, but any list where you have to trade even or up, it always sucks. That's why I like Melta Spam. Like, you're going to get guaranteed, well, better chance for guaranteed results between Melta Spam and rushing, like, first turn melee and or Mortal Wound Spam. You just get more results. Krieg Guard, there is an awesome video that someone redubbed with music for Krieg, a Krieg group charge. And I just love rewatching that video, just all the time. Raven Guard, cool looking, don't really care. Salamanders, this if you got found in the Imperium, this is the best people to find you. Sisters of Battle, I'll get to them. Space Wolves, woo woo woo. I think it's hilarious how wolf-based they are, and that nobody knows what the word means. And so they just call everything wolf whenever like Fenrisian words appear that nobody understands. Oh, it must mean wolf. Oh, yes. Yes, brother. More wolf. And then the Space Wolves are like, whatever. They just go with it. Ultramarines, I think this list I made is really funny, and it actually has a Primarch, because I don't have Morty or Magnus in the other lists. I am very excited to see where, oh god, not Lorgar. Angron. I've seen his model, but see his stat line and stuff. Looking very forward to that. And White Scars, I like the lore. I think it's okay, but the fact that the Go Fast faction is outdone by like so many others. Iron Hands, Deep Strike, turn 1 attack. What else? Space Wolves, they have a lot of advance and charge shit. And they can advance and charge, but like this is the better faction to do it for the most part. It feels like. They have once they're in melee, they're better. And then what? Blood Angels be zipping. Yeah, unfortunate. I think it'd be cooler if they got actual biker buffs for cavalry. Just all the speed bike stuff. There's nothing that really buffs that, and no one really cares about. Maybe there's stuff that I am not aware of. But I think like if anyone deserves to be an Outrider, it's these guys. And I don't know. They could use a little bit more love. Just something about fighting Dark Eldar would be cool. And then, without further ado, that's going to bring us to the top 3. So my number 3 list, if I was to collect it IRL, I loved Hiveguard spam because it was broken as fuck. And I think, though, that this would be cooler looking. Oh, you guys are backwards. Hello. Not sure why that was. And I think that while I'd be forced to use this color scheme technically, if I could run just the Xenomorph color scheme, Xenomorph looking Tyranids, perfection. It's literally the meme from I don't even know, the 5th movie. It's either Prometheus or the other one. Just, it's so good. I'm pretty sure it's that film. Not, it's the same actor as young Magneto. Always gets me confused. But yeah, it's so many mortal wounds. The look is so cool. I would actually even argue to just like build an army that has mad drip as Xenomorphs. Oh, I would pay. Like, I want the whole Black Library collection just to sit on my shelves, just so they could sit there and look cool. So I can feel like, I don't know, like an aristocrat. I don't know how in the world that makes me an aristocrat, but damn it, I would feel superior in every way. I don't care what anyone says. And so this would be like an army, a Xenomorph Tyranid army with mad drip. Would it win? Fuck no. Would it be cool? This can definitely win, but like Xenomorph though. Again, I wouldn't be able to do it with this paint scheme, so that's just more so I would collect and would just sit there. Sisters. This is not my number 1. This is number 2. This would look cool, and it would do really well. And I like their lore. I think they're pretty nutty. A lot of different factions. I could learn a lot more about them though. Uh, Still some things that like throw me off. The fact that like they're not actually all like space virgins. They just don't really have the desire to do it for the most part. But if they were like ordered to, they would definitely do it without a second thought, and they wouldn't even give a shit, which is random. Um, they're again super fanatical, so I don't think I'd be fucking chummy with these bitches. Hell no, they you not fuck with the Sisters of Battle, so to say. But yeah, I really think the list is strong, and I don't know, just it would be so cool if people got interested in it, and it's like, oh, this is the list. Like, if people IRL got this tinting perfect, like, I know this isn't the right thing, I believe, for Argent Shroud, because I believe this is Bloody Rose. Damn it, it looks cool. That's another thing. Let me look up Argent Shroud real quick. Argent Shroud is so boring. Bloody Rose is superior in every way. Yeah, that looks cool, but Bloody Rose, I'm not sure if this is Bloody Rose or Ebon Chalice. I'm sorry. But this, I love this color scheme. It's so good. Black, gold, and red. Oh, it's so commanding. Um, so yeah, I would love to, again, I would have to change the color scheme to something I wouldn't like. So this brings me to my number one, Necrons. They got me into 40k, and I still think they look mad cool. This is Novak, and while the traditional black-green is cool, I can get down with this red. I get down with it, maybe not so cartoony, bad scanned. Um, I'd probably do like uh, dark red, royal red. Um, I think that'd be cooler. Uh, the list is decent. Probably, it's definitely not the strongest. But boy, I think it looks definitely cool. And it'd be terrifying to. Oh my god, the two Catan! I would just be so. So I was just thinking to myself, I'm just laying here and it's hot, and I'm like, man, I want to record something, but I don't want to like do more work today. I was like, well, I could just do some gameplay or something. I'm probably gonna stream a little bit of gameplay in a bit, but I just want to record a video about talking about what I would actually collect, because I only play on tabletop. I would love to collect every faction, you know? Boy, money and time. Um, if I was a millionaire, sure, then I would literally get every single faction. And I would just like open up a store and let people just play with my armies. Get them all professionally painted. Uh, if someone complained, hey, this isn't the right color scheme for this faction, I'd be like, shut the fuck up and get out. I don't care. It's got mad drip. Because some of them, some armies can do like vassal or successor, and it's like literally pure successor. And the reason you do that option for those kinds of armies is so you can change the color scheme. And that's what I agree with, but not everyone has that. Do that, GW. Make it so everyone can do that, please. Because I would love to have these look like Xenomorphs, these look like Bloody Rose, and these actually, besides the black and green, I had an army on Dark Crusade. I called them Wokerons, the Cringerons, because they were rainbow colored Necrons. And I still think it's the funniest fucking looking thing I've seen in ages. Oh my god, this undead rainbow metallic horde coming at you. Go woke, get broke, beep boop. 0010101. And I think it would be so hilarious to just come to a tournament and win with Rainbow Rons. Rainbow Rons! Come on and grab your friend. But yeah, I don't have anything else for this video. It's literally just I wanted to talk about if I was going to collect any armies IRL. Now, what I recommend for people is for 2,000 points, Custodes. 100% just buy Custodes. Because it is the fewest models, I think. Because Imperial Knights was going to cost you a lot. Custodes should actually be cheaper. I'm just looking through. Uh, yeah, the two. Let's see. If there's any others? Because I was gonna say Death Guard is reasonable. Honestly, these three, either Custodes, Death Guard, or my Army of Tyranids, I'd recommend for people trying to get into the game to collect because they're good. They're pretty different. They're all tough, and you can get some cool color schemes going with them. Not as much for the Death Guard, but you can have fun with the bases. Do like a little bit addition on the bases and stuff. Add some little puking things, maybe like a crippled Nurgling just hiding under here or some shit. You can definitely have fun with this. And look up all the different combinations people do for their plague crawlers. Because this list is mainly just 3 different types of models. Like, not this, not the Tallyman, not the Demon Prince. 2 Plague Burst Crawlers, 3 Bloated Drones, and 9 Blind Haulers. Do 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 do. Again, if you could do the Xenomorph drip with his Tyranids, I guarantee you just type it in Google. That shit is so fucking cool. And Custodes. Custodes, good, simple, small, elite, strike hard, and they're tough as fuck. And they have golden kung fu, which I dislike. I do think that while Trajan is a beast, the Blade Champion is super cool looking. Like, if you could just have an army of him, like, oh. Alright, here. Here is my army. Let's go. That'd be terrifying. Oh, man. Yeah, so those are the 3 armies I would recommend people to get into. Or maybe even try on TTS. But IRL, it's the cheaper selections that are pretty simple. That will also do good work for you. Number 1 suggestion is just Custodes. Because, again, if people have to trade up when dealing damage, it is so goddamn annoying. And all your shit has a 4-up invul. So you're either saving on 2s to 4-ups. So you never go below a 50% save. No matter how good your opponent does, there's a 50% chance you could say no. Same with these. And basically same with these. They all basically have that. They've just got other bonuses in other ways, which are nice. But yeah, my top 3 would be Tyranids for the Xenomorph. I think that'd be cool. Girls, but again, best color schemes on both. And then Necrons, and if I could make the Wokerons, oh my god. Which actually you technically can, because they actually do have the dynasty thing, so I could do that. I could just make the, this is actually possible. I can make the Rainbow Rons. That is another reason why they're probably my number 1 army. You'd have this, like, the only 2 that would be different is you have to have the Nightbringer like this. He doesn't have the dynasty crap. And the Void Dragon would basically look like this, but it would actually look good, not scanned like that. Like soup. Energy soup. And it would just be sunshine, lollipops, and just be Rainbow Rons. Oh my god, that would just be the coolest looking thing. That'd be so hilarious. And if they won, oh. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm just geeking out so hard right now. This is just me when I'm talking about myself about stuff. Talk about Warhammer forever, along with D&D and anime. Oh well. I hope this, if you found this amusing, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. Hopefully it was helpful, I guess. But if anybody just wanted to know about me, and I just kind of wanted to vent about what I thought would be really cool. Yeah, so here's this video. I'm going to go play a game or some shit, or listen to an audiobook. Take care.